This was Mason Mount at Chelsea.
It is Mount! Yes! Oh, yes!
And this is Mason Mount at United.
Take it short. Shot comes in, Manchester United are ahead!
This was Mount again at Chelsea.
Uses Mount again, that's a brilliant goal from Chelsea.
And this is Mount again at United.
Mason Mount! Mason Mount!
When Manchester United signed Mason Mount from Chelsea in July 2023 for a hefty £60 million, there was a sense that they had landed a potentially world-class talent. However, as has often been the case with recent wearers of United's iconic number 7 shirt, the 26-year-old has struggled to shine during 2 challenging years at Old Trafford. Yet with 3 decisive goals this season already surpassing his total from both previous seasons combined, and playing with newfound confidence and swagger, Mount is beginning to rediscover his old self amid a resurgence that is clearly influencing the team's results. So what makes Mount so special? And why is he, now more than ever in his time at Old Trafford, becoming crucial to this United side? The biggest challenge Mount has faced since moving to Old Trafford has undoubtedly been injuries, truly the bane of his career. He was a polarising figure upon his arrival. His contract dispute with Chelsea, his boyhood club, led to an exit after 18 years. And despite 2 strong seasons as a key player under Frank Lampard and Thomas Tuchel, his form had dipped significantly. After penning a deal with the Red Devils for an initial fee of £55 million, despite having just 1 year left on his contract, expectations were sky high for him to hit the ground running. Instead, Mount spent the majority of his first 2 seasons at United sidelined, missing nearly 30 matches in his first and more than 20 in his second. Seriously, it was as if just asking him to walk would result in a new injury. And with just over 1,100 Premier League minutes played and only 2 goals to his name, he was slowly and surely becoming one of those streets won't forget type of players. However, since returning to training in March, Mount appears to have finally put his injury struggles behind him. He made a comeback just when it mattered most, playing a key role in the final stretch of last season under Ruben Amorim, and aside from a minor knock that kept him out of the Manchester derby in September, he has remained injury-free. Who would have thought? And it is this newfound consistency that has sparked his best run yet in a United shirt, carrying through pre-season and into the current campaign. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, we'd be incredibly grateful if you subscribed. Your support helps us grow and continue creating the content you love. Tactically, the only question mark surrounding Mount upon his arrival was how he would fit alongside club captain Bruno Fernandes. The Portuguese midfielder has been a mainstay in the team since joining in 2020, and rightfully so, given he's been practically carrying the club on his back for almost half a decade. When Mount first arrived, Fernandes was already the undisputed number 10 in Ten Hag's 4-2-3-1 formation, which pushed the ex-Chelsea man either deeper or out wide whenever they shared the pitch. While versatile, Mount's lack of physicality was often exposed in deeper midfield roles, nor is he blessed with the explosive pace to trouble defenders out wide. Instead, he truly shines in the number 10 position, where he excels at receiving the ball in half spaces to create for the front 3, while also chipping in with the occasional goal. But now, under Amorim, who continues to utilise Fernandes deeper in a double pivot alongside Casemiro or Manuel Ugarte, still no sign of Manu by the way, Mount is free to operate as one of the 2 number 10s in a 3-4-2-1 formation. Here it is the wing-backs who are tasked with stretching the pitch and providing width, allowing Mount to roam the half space where he is the most lethal. Not everyone has found it easy to earn Amorim's praise since he took over as manager 13 months ago, but Mount has done a fine job so far. While bomb squad outcasts Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho fell out with the manager and moved on over the summer, Mount kept a low profile and doubled down on his training. After United splashed nearly £200 million on 3 high-profile attackers this past summer, he would have also been forgiven for feeling downbeat about his chances of breaking back into the first team. Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko were clearly signed to form the attacking trio in Amorim's system, with Bruno tasked with supplying them from midfield. However, Mount's talent for executing a manager's instructions has always given him an edge. With a sharp tactical awareness, an instinct for finding space and the ability to bring the best out of his teammates, he embodies the true definition of a system player. His displays on the pitch consistently remind everyone why system managers hold him in such high regard, and Amorim is no exception.
And today he did a great job, and you see some moments and details that you can see that Mason Mount is a proper footballer, so we believe a lot in him. I especially believe a lot in Mason Mount.
When Amorim took charge last November, only 3 players in the United squad had played a higher than average percentage of their career minutes in a back 3 system. Rasmus Højlund, Manuel Ugarte and Mason Mount. While Højlund has since moved on to greener pastures, and it remains to be seen whether Ugarte can play decently for more than 30 minutes, let alone thrive at United, Mount's challenge has been simply staying fit. But now that he's back to full fitness, and assuming it stays that way, he could yet play a key role in a formation he knows better than the ins and outs of his girl, thanks to his time at Chelsea and the England national team. Thanks to his work rate and off-ball movement, Mount excels at pressing the opposition from the front and bringing the midfield into the game. What you really want from a right-footed, left-sided number 10 is their knack for finding space between the lines, consistently receiving forward passes from inside the half space, before turning to deliver switches or deft-through balls for the attackers. The interplay between the inside number 10s and the wing-backs is central to Amorim's system, and it's reassuring for him to know that Mount is more aware of where his wing-back is positioned than he is of his own house keys.
It's a guy that leads by the example. It doesn't matter the situation, Mason Mount is always the same.
Mount serves as a pivotal facilitator, linking up with the wing-back through clever passes and rotating positionally to initiate forward passes that send the wing-back racing down the opponent's flank. Amorim's admiration for not only Mount's work rate but also his talent has even opened the door for him to get chances up front over Zirkzee and at times Cunha.
He can defend, he can attack. Is really the quality that when he touches the ball is really good, so it's not a surprise for me, but of course we need to take care of him.
Now firmly in Amorim's good books, it's time for Mount to strike while the iron is hot. With Sesko just returning from injury and Cunha struggling for goal contributions, Mbeumo has been the success story of United's summer window, with 7 goals in all competitions so far, supported superbly by makeshift right-wing back Amad Diallo behind him. However, the informed duo will soon be heading to the Africa Cup of Nations in what will be a huge blow to Amorim, as they, along with Noussair Mazraoui, could be absent for as many as 6 or 7 league matches if their teams reach the final. Seriously, why does this competition even happen every 2 years? On the flip side, this will create plenty of opportunities for other players, including Mount, to seize their moment for game time. The Englishman has started 7 of United's 15 league games so far and has only missed 1 matchday squad due to a minor knock. Used sparingly by Amorim, likely to manage his fitness after such a troubling injury record, he has chalked up 584 minutes out of a possible 1,350 available so far, and we can certainly expect that number to rise once AFCON kicks off. United's coaching staff has worked wonders with injury-plagued players like Luke Shaw, and Mount is no exception. If he can perform during the busy Christmas schedule while staying fit, he might just play his way into a long-term spot on the team come the new year.
First thing is working really hard, and then you have to understand the human also. He wants this really bad, and that is the most important thing.
If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you never miss a beat. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.